All eyes are on the birthplace of basketball this weekend. Springfield College is playing host to the 21st annual Hoophall Classic, featuring some of the best high school talent in the country.
And that's where we find Western Mass News reporter Matt Satilli with the story. Matt.
Yeah, Chris and Mary, I'm standing outside Blake Arena. That's home of the Hoophall Classic. This event has brought some of the biggest basketball stars to Western Mass over the past 2 decades. That list includes 2-time NBA champion and 2014 NBA MVP Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, and Celtic stars Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Already in the first game this weekend, we just saw a double overtime thriller between Newton North and Northwest Catholic. This tournament is regarded as one of, if not the best high school events in the country. Over the next 5 days, we'll see Bronny James and Bryce James, the sons of NBA superstar LeBron James. That game is on Monday. Those two play all the way out in California for Sierra Canyon. Also stepping foot in Springfield, DJ Wagner of Camden, the #1 boys basketball recruit in the country. He plays for Camden, New Jersey, and is committed to the University of Kentucky. And Juju Watkins, the #1 girls basketball recruit in the country. She plays for Sierra Canyon and is committed to the University of Southern California. We also have a full slate of games today involving local teams. Let's take a look. Right now, Wilbraham and Munson Academy squaring off against Suffield Academy. That game winding down. Also on tap tonight, Longmeadow versus Pope Francis. Springfield Central versus Windsor, making the trip up 91 north from Connecticut. And then Springfield International Charter School versus Putnam at 9 to close out the first day. We'll have a full look at these games tomorrow night on Friday Night Frenzy. That's right, the return of our weekly high school sports show comes your way tomorrow on ABC 40 on Western Mass News 11 at 11. The only place to get this kind of exclusive access here on Western Mass airwaves, so make sure to tune in then. For now, reporting live in Springfield, Matt Satilli for Western Mass News.